Hello and welcome to Women Wednesday. This is Cherie Hudson. I am the founder of Go Goddess. And here it is 2020 and sharing with you videos about societal perceptions and women. Today we're going to get right into it. I have been really thinking about this for a while and wanted to share it with you as I am going through changing my name recently from a divorce and really taking a look at that and the meaning behind of it and really wrapping my arms around it and what it all means. So what's in a name? And I would say that our names are very profound. And there is a lot of meaning associated with it, in my opinion. And also, I feel that when things happen, especially to a woman, because this is not something that a man normally does, but we change our names. So let's kind of dive into it. So, the meaning of our name. And from the beginning, names have been almost a very sacred experience, a ritual that every single one of us, we do this. We have a child, we think of the name, we kind of contemplate it, we might invite family members to participate in the naming. In cultures, there's almost a very a hierarchical way of getting a name for someone. So when you take a look at the meaning of names and from the beginning what it looks like, our names are very, very important. They could come through ancestral ways of, or even combinations of two names like Joe and Lynn, Joe Lynn, so maybe mom and dad or grandma, grandpa. And that's usually for our first name. So there's definitely a lot of energy that goes into naming our children. Now, when we take a look at this, especially from the importance of it, it is definitely, like I said, a very sacred experience at times. It kind of creates an experience for the person because this is how they identify themselves, whether personally or professionally in school. Sometimes people get teased over the way a person has their name or the spelling. All of these things go hand in hand. So our names are, it is not a tangible item, but yet it's a big identifier of who we are. And when I say that, it is, like my name is Cherie. So that means love. And it's almost like a really big thing to step into. But however, my name, this is not the original name that I was born with. It was actually a different name. However, my mom and dad were fighting over my name, and my mom wanted to name me the name that I have now. However, my father trumped it out and gave me a different name because he was like, oh, she'll be teased and blah, blah, blah. And what's so interesting is that even though he had this fear and changed my name, I ended up being teased anyway, right? So when we look at our names, for women especially, this is not good, bad, right, or wrong. And I'm not saying that we should never do this. All I'm saying is that for women, it's very, very different in regards to what happens to us when we get married, when we get divorced. And there is a lot of possible giving up our maiden name. Maybe we wanted to keep it. Maybe we feel like, okay, we have to change it because society dictates that when I get married, I must change my name. And with the marriage, while it can be exciting and a very happy moment, one as a woman must think about, do I really want to give up my name? You might be attached to your name and you might not want to. And where is it written anywhere that we have to give up our names? And I know in the laws and the paperwork and the certificate of the marriage license, they have all of that in there. And sometimes I feel as though there's a lot of pressure when filling it out and saying, well, I want to be a good wife, so I'm just going to change my name, and I'm just asking to take a pause and reflect on it a moment. And it doesn't mean I'm going to love you any more or any less if I change my name or not. And it doesn't mean anything. I just prefer to keep my name. And when we look at certain things like divorce, the husband does not need to change all of their credit cards, all of their checking accounts, or anything like that. And I am just suggesting and putting it out there where it's like, you know what? Why doesn't the man change their name? Why doesn't they hyphenate their name? Why is it put upon the woman to make these changes? And that's the question that I want to ask. And two people that are getting into the relationship, what a great conversation to have, to really, look at and say, maybe we don't change our names. Maybe we each hyphenate our names. Maybe our children gets the hyphenated names, like some countries in Europe actually do that. Because I'm just saying and putting it out there that it is not written in stone that a woman has to change her last name when she gets married. Not at all. And even if she gets divorced, she doesn't have to change her name back to her maiden name. Maybe she wants to keep it. And I think having that level of maturity or emotional maturity, and just thinking like, yeah, that's fine. Keeping your name, it's your identifier. It's a non-tangible item, and this is how it's going to identify you until you change it. So talking to somebody who's changed her name quite a bit. So from my first name to my last name. So let's talk about family pressures. Sometimes the family gets involved. Oh, she must not be a good wife if she's not willing to take your name. So again, it's like there is no law that's written that any woman has to change their name. And family pressures, if it's feeling like a family pressure, then to step into the space and say, this is how it looks for me. Maybe you want to keep your maiden name. Maybe you want not to change all your credit cards to your married name. I mean, whatever it is to you, because, the man doesn't have to do it. So, why is it that we have to, give into this or give up? So societal perceptions, I also talked about, because sometimes when people go, oh, you got married, I seen you changed your name, and then it's like, oh, you changed your name back. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. So, again, the man does not need to go through this. However, for some women, we do experience this. And societal perceptions could also feel as though somebody's feeling sorry for you. Like, oh, poor thing, you're divorced. Oh, it must be so hard. And I'm just saying, release those beliefs, all of those beliefs, the societal perceptions, the family pressures, and really take a look at what is your choice. Know that if you change your name and you take your married name, anything happen, God forbid, then know you're going to change it back and be in true choice with it. Sometimes when I changed my name and I had my married name, and then when I changed things back, it started to open up a wound. Like, I would get almost resentful. And then I thought to myself, I get married again, I'm not changing my name. So I'm keeping it the way it is. And if they don't like it that way, then, maybe it's not the relationship for me. Anyway, I just want to say that it's truly your choice. And I wanted to share that with you about changing your name. To get more information about all the videos that we have been posting, please go ahead and check out our website and subscribe. So check out more of our videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'm really excited about 2020 because we'll be having a lot more videos and sharing much more information with you. And again, for yourself, do you want to change your name? It is your choice. And release all the beliefs and release all of the family pressures and be congruent with yourself of what name you choose. All right. Take care, and we'll catch you up in the next video.